Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub and once again I welcome you to my IELTS reading videos. You've been demanding a lot about my videos in English, so I dedicate this video to all those who wanted me to make videos in English. Here you are. Okay, so this is going to be reading video and we're going to start off with IELTS reading. This is academic reading and I've received a lot of messages from you that you are just telling me reading is my serious problem. I don't understand reading. Reading is this, reading is that. And one more thing, I've noticed one thing. Nowadays IELTS reading has become quite tough. Many of my students who have appeared in IELTS, they have just informed me that now passages are quite tough, questions are quite tricky, so it's quite tough. I'm talking about academic reading. So that's why I thought I should make some more videos so that I could explain reading in great detail and you could understand that as well. So now there is no language barrier for those who just understand English. They don't understand Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi, so this video is dedicated to all the people of Pakistan, all the people of India, Sikh community as well in India, and then people of Bangladesh, Nepal, then we've got students in UAE, then Saudi Arabia and elsewhere, wherever you are watching my videos. Sri Lanka, how can I forget Sri Lanka, okay? So I dedicate this video to you all and I'm quite excited. Whenever I make a video on reading, I become more excited because I know reading is a tough module, and when we are going to crack reading, when I give my tips on reading, that becomes, you know, a little more exciting for me as well. So we are going to start off with the test, and I have already solved the test in the previous videos on reading which I made in Urdu or Hindi. There I solved the test in front of the students on camera, but now I have solved the test already. This activity is called counter activity. I'm going to tell you what sort of strategies I used to solve these tests, how did I read the questions, how did I scan for the answers, and how did I find the answers. So I'm going to tell you all these things and this is going to be quite exciting for you as well. I mean, to see how to look for answers and how to find the answers. So shall we start? Okay, now let's go to the book and we are going to start from there. Okay, so this is the test which I solved, and now we read the question. Question number 1 is, what were early two-way radios unable to use? Now the clue word here is two-way radios. Okay, what were early two-way radios unable to use? Unable means there is something negative. Now here they have written unable, there they might write the word not able, not possible, and something like that. But the main thing is two-way radios. So we need to scan, and by the way, this is the question type is short answer questions, and usually this is in the very beginning of the paragraph, in the very beginning of the passage. Now we go and we see where is two-way radios. You can see it here. They have written the technology which enabled mobile phones was previously used in the kind of two-way radios. Now we got to see unable to use, which could be found in taxis and emergency vehicles. Although this was a great development, it was not. Now be alert. When they say it was not really, now we are going to see, it was not really considered mobile telephony. We will not call it mobile, we will not find the answer as mobile telephony, we will not write it. It was not really considered mobile telephony because it could not be used to dial into existing phone network. Because it could not be used, could not is used for unable. It could not be used to dial into existing phone network. Now what was the question? What were early two-way radios unable to use? For unable they used could not, and that was existing phone networks. For those of you who think mobile telephony can be the answer, not really considered mobile telephony, you can see that what were early two-way radios unable to do? Unable means they were not able to do that. So for question number 1, the correct answer is existing phone number, and they have written no more than 3 words. No more than 3 words means minimum 1 word and maximum 3 words. Let's go on. Question number 2. What did you have to do? Past tense. What did you have to do in order to talk on a radio? What did you have to do in order to talk on a radio? Using simplex technology. Now simplex technology is going to be your clue word. What did you have to do in order to talk on a radio? Using simplex technology. And remember, whenever the question type is answer the questions below, the questions and answers, they are going to be in the same order. So now we read ahead after number 1 and we will find this answer as well. Could not be used to dial into existing phone networks. It was known as simplex technology. Now see that? The word simplex technology. I told you they are going to be in order. It was known as simplex technology, operating on the same principles as walkie-talkie, which required that a user press a button. Which required that a user press a button, meaning that only one person at a time could talk. User press a button. What's the question? What did you have to do? You are the user. For user, actually here you see they have used the word user and here they have used the word you. Now you see they replaced user with you. What did you have to do in order to talk on a radio using simplex technology? That is press a button. You can see that answer is as simplex technology, operating on the same principle as walkie-talkie, which required that a user means you press a button. So press a button is 3 words. Okay, that is going to be the answer. Let's go on. Question number 3. Where were early mobile phones generally used? Where means in which area, or it can be in which place, or it can be in which industry or so on. Where were early mobile phones generally used? Now let's see. I told you the answers are ahead. We read about simplex technology. Simplex means that and all that. Now we go on. See, question number 1 answer is here. Question number 2 answer is here. Now the first mobile phones to connect to telephone networks were often installed in cars. The first mobile phones. Now see that here, first mobile phones. What's the question? The question is where were early? Now here they use the word early and there they use the word first. Where were early mobile phones generally used? And it is here, the first mobile phones to connect to telephone networks were often installed in cars. So cars is going to be the answer. Is this clear? Now you can see that in cars is written. You can write cars, but in cars is going to be the proper answer. Question number 4. What development introduced digital technology into mobile telephony? Now what development introduced digital technology into mobile telephony? So the clue word is digital technology and then development, the name of that development. Now we go on. We got to just see what is that. Before the handheld version came to the market and revolution of mobile technology began, the first generation of mobile phone called 1G were large, heavy and analog, and it was not until the invention of the second generation 2G in the 1990s that digital networks, now see that, digital networks could be used. So digital networks could be used with what? With the second generation or 2G. Now what's the question? The question is what development introduced digital technology into mobile telephony, that is 2G or the second generation, because the answer should not be more than 3 words. Again I tell you, more than 3 words does not mean 3 words. It can be 1 word, it can be 2 words, and maximum it can be 3 words. Let's go on. The next question is, apart from the area of electronics, now apart from means one is electronics, in which area did developments help make phones more mobile? Apart from the area of electronics, in which area, we need to find that very area, did developments help make phones more mobile? Let's read ahead from here. There we found the answer. Okay, digital networks could be used. The digital element enabled faster signaling. At the same time, developments. Now see that, at the same time developments. Now what are the wording? What is the wording here? They are saying apart from the area of electronics. First they talked about electronics. In which area did developments help make phones more mobile? Let's see that. They are saying here, at the same time developments in battery design and energy saving electronics allowed the phones themselves to become smaller and therefore more truly mobile. Now there are two things. At the same time, developments in battery design and energy saving electronics. Now electronics, they have already talked. They have already said here, if you just take a look, they have said apart from the area of electronics, it means your answer which is energy saving, that is not the right answer. That is just a trap, because they have already mentioned here, apart from the area of electronics, in which area did developments help make phones more mobile? And this is here, it says here in battery design. At the same time, developments in battery design. Now this battery design is going to be the answer, and then therefore more truly mobile, so it's going to be battery design. Now see, no more than 3 words, and we've written 2 words. Next question, what type of text message was the first one ever sent? Type of text message. Okay, so what type of text message was the first one ever sent? The first text message which was ever sent, what type was that? We need to find the type. Now let's go ahead. The second generation allowed for text messaging. See that? It's so simple. In the very 2 paragraphs, we found all the answers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will happen in section 1, reading passage 1 as well. So we can see text messaging 2. And this began with the first person to person text message. Now we got to see the type. Person to person is not the type. Sometimes, you know, some people can write the word person to person text message. This is not the type. And by the way, when there is the hyphen, if a word is hyphenated, we treat it as one word. Person to person, it is one word. Text message. In Finland in 1993, although a machine generated text. Now type of text. The question is what? What type of text message was first one ever sent? Machine generated, because it's mentioned here, although a machine generated text message had been successfully sent 2 years earlier. So the first message, actually it was a machine generated one. So see, we found all the 6 answers here, and this is finished. So did you see how to find all the answers and how to read the questions and what sort of strategies are there? What is the keyword, clue word, scanning and all that? Okay, fantastic. So you got to apply all these techniques. I would suggest once again, when you do one test, please do it with all 40 questions, whether it is listening or reading. Doing it all 40 questions mean if your one answer is wrong, then you got to go back and see why my answer was wrong, what is the correct answer, why that answer is correct, and all that stuff. If you like this video, hit on the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel, this channel. I run 2 more channels. One is Asad Yaqub Vlogs and the other one is Asad Yaqub Languages. There I teach English and foreign languages. Don't forget to subscribe those channels as well. And I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, you can always contact me for that. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.